Hey YouTube, we got a game here, Kid versus Red-Green Law. Law's gonna go first, turn 1 chopper. I have 2 Don, gonna play the killer. I really don't have any good turn 1 plays. I'm just trying to put something on board so if he does tap anything I can have an extra attack. But as you see, he plays out the Vista and takes care of the killer. 4 Don. Best play, gotta play that Yamato of course. Yamato for 4. Gonna rest the chopper and clear the chopper. I'm attacking the chopper more because he can always just leave that chopper on board and always cycle with the choppers. Whereas the Vista, not really gonna do anything. He's gonna have to commit Don to attack with it. So if I clear the chopper, at least if I do want to take care of one of his characters later, he doesn't have something to protect it. Like in this scenario, he plays out the Bonnie for 2. Unprotected. He picks up a Zoro. So with that 3 down, he should be putting up some blockers. And he uses the last of his Don to put up more 1 costs. I'm not a Law player, but I feel like that's a misplay. Because you could do all of that next turn as well. There's no need to play the Bonnie right there and let it die, because that Bonnie is the one thing that's keeping your engine going, because you need to keep finding those blocker laws. So he lets the Bonnie go. He only has 2 cards in hand. I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm just going to start the early pokes. 6k to leader with Yamato. No trigger. Gonna do the Law combo with 6 Don. So now I have board presence. I'll play out the Raizo along with the Law. So now I have 2 6k bodies and the Raizo. The Raizo is gonna net me some cards next turn. He's got 4 cards in hand now. He's definitely gonna Law combo. He's got 7 Don, 1 on the leader, so he has 6 left. He's gonna save 2 for combo. So he has 4 Don left to play something. 6,000 Yamato, I'm going to counter out of that one. He has a Zoro in hand. It's the only thing we know. Takes back the Otama and plays out a restand Law, just as the body. So he has 2 6k bodies on board. Pretty threatening. But I have the same. And I have more cards in hand. Momo for 2. Let's hope to find a rester. We have 6 Don left. Momo into Momo. So no rester. That means I can't really go for his board. So this means I have to go aggressive. So I definitely want that draw from Raizo. I'm going to stack the Dons under Yamato and Law, so no jet pistol because I'm going face. 5 to leader with leader. 1k counter. He has 3 cards left in hand. He's got to keep poking. 7 to leader. He's already at 2 life, so if he goes down to 1, it's going to be really dangerous for him. He's blocking that with Capone, so that's telling me something. I have 3 Don left. And I swing with the blocker Law just to keep applying pressure. If he drops 2 cards out of his hand, that's totally fine with me. But now that he's down to 1 life, if he has no blockers, that's going to be lethal with my Kid leader. I'm pretty healthy. 3 life. He really only has 3 attacks, maybe 4 with the Vista. But I have plenty of cards in hand to counter out. He's at 9 Don. Lots he could do now that I gave him a bunch of cards in hand. He did chuck a couple to counter out, but he still has fair amount of cards. 6 at the Raizo. He's cracking back. He's going to clear my board. I have 3 up, so that's saying Punk Gibson. Maybe another Paradise Waterfall. Raizo's gone. 0 on 0. Momo's gone. Still got 3 swings. If he does swing with the V star, I could just counter out easy and he would have committed 3 extra Don. So he's probably not going to swing with the V star. 1 Don Otama. Minus 2k on the blocker law. So now it's 4k. You could just swing flat with his leader. Or you could just swing 6 with his leader, honestly. But I guess he wants to make sure it's gonna die. Might have a blocker in hand. He's just doing some calculations. He could swing 8 twice, but I think 8 to a 4 is kind of overkill. But I guess he really wants to make sure the blocker law dies, because then it will stall the game a little longer if it's left there on my board. So he goes 8 with law to law. 6 down left. 8 at the Yamato. Definitely gonna have to save that. That's a Punk Gibson. Resting the Vista. And law effect. Pay 2. Pick up the Otama, and there's the law. Takes the Makino and puts out a Dadan. So now he has 2 Ks in hand that we know, the Makino and Otama. Picks up a Chopper. And he's at 1 life, so he's probably a little scared. He's going to play out that Chopper with the last Don he has over his Vista. So he's got 2 blockers on board. A bunch of 6k bodies. I'm still relatively healthy. My hand's pretty heavy as well. 10 Don turn. I could just swing with all 3. I could swing with the Yamato, swing with the Kid twice. Hopefully get rid of... I could load him up, just do that swing, and then he could just get rid of both of his blockers. So let's play a little safer. I'm going to just do 7 to leader. Going to see if he drops his hand. He does have the 2 2Ks we said already. There you go, Vista and a Makino. So now he has 1 2K in hand and 1 unknown. Once he has no cards in hand, it'll be pretty easy to clear his board because I could double swing. Just considering if I should swing heavy to life. No point in really attacking his characters. This deck I do play 10 blockers, so I could just go face and just load up on the blockers. I actually play 14 blockers. I got 4 Capone, 4 Killers, 2 Sachis, and then 4 Laws. So he's going to block with Law and a 2K, so he only has 1 card left in hand, which I know is Otama. Gonna leader ability, chuck a 8-cost Kid, because that's useless now, and he's gonna block. And then there is a killer blocker, and 2 down up for a Punk Gibson. So as long as he doesn't keep putting up blockers, I should have a good chance of winning. He does have potentially definitely 4 swings on board, potentially 5 if he loads up another Don. I do have 5 cards in hand with 1 blocker and 3 life, so he's not going to win. But he definitely needs to make sure that Yamato is gone. So that's an 8 into Yamato. Definitely going to get Punk Gibsoned. Rest out the Don. Now he has 3 attacks left. Looks like he drew into a Nami. We'll look top 5. And he misses, which is pretty big. Not sure. I mean, he could have picked up like a Chopper. He could have picked up like a Zoro, a Luffy. So it would have just been more aggression for him. 8 at the Yamato. Here I'm considering whether or not I should block or counter out of it. If I counter out of it, then I can block the next attack and can ensure that it survives. If I block now, he could technically load up the 5 down left onto Law and deal with the Yamato, which I don't want to do. So I chuck the 3k counter and a Poo and a Banish Yamato. And here he does a 6 at Yamato. He knows I'm going to block, but I do have counter in hand, so. Law effect, take back the Dadan. Nothing to play, so he doesn't have any green cards. So I believe that's a Utama. Plays the Dadan again. Looks at top 5. Even if he picks up a Chopper or a Beige, no, he can only pick up red. He misses, but even if he picks up a blocker, he won't be able to play it. He has no down left. So he only has 1 blocker, 1 card. That's pretty much lethal. 7 to leader. And 11 double swing for game. Kid at its best. Thanks for watching. I think the Bonnie early game that he let go really got him in the end.